What if prayer wasn't about asking for something far away, but about becoming the version of you who already has it? It's not begging, not bargaining, not repeating words, hoping something out there hears you. Neville Goddard says, real prayer is not talking to a distant God. It is entering a state, a feeling that the subconscious accepts is already done. And once the subconscious accepts it, it must appear in your life. Welcome back to Frequency Chapters, where we break down life-changing spiritual books and enhance every chapter with frequencies for focus, healing, and abundance. This is Chapter 3 of Neville Goddard's The Feeling is the Secret. If you haven't watched Chapters 1 and 2 yet, start from the beginning of this playlist. Each chapter builds on the last, and Neville's teachings become far more powerful when experienced in order. In Chapter 2, Neville showed us that sleep is the door into the subconscious. In Chapter 3, he reveals something just as powerful. Prayer is another entrance. When you pray, enter into your closet, and your Father in secret will reward you openly. For Neville, this closet is not a physical room. It is the inner chamber of your own being, the place where you shut the door on the outer world and turn completely inward. Prayer, he says, is a kind of waking sleep, a withdrawal from the outer world so the inner world becomes louder. Your attention softens, your body relaxes, the noise of life fades. Neville says the state of prayer is almost identical to the feeling just before you drift into sleep. Soft, heavy, detached, receptive. Prayer is not about words, it's about the inner condition in which the words are spoken. Whatsoever things ye desire, when ye pray, believe that you have received them, and ye shall have them. To Neville, the condition is simple but uncompromising. You must feel the wish already fulfilled. The moment you accept the wish as an accomplished fact, the subconscious begins arranging the means for its realization. So, prayer isn't pushing, convincing, or hoping. To pray successfully, you don't push, strain, or try to convince anything outside of you. Prayer is yielding, stepping into the version of you who already has the thing you desire. Neville contrasts two types of people, the disciplined person and the undisciplined person. The disciplined person knows feelings are causes and circumstances are their children. He refuses to entertain feelings that don't contribute to his happiness. The undisciplined person trusts only what the senses show him. If he can't see it, he struggles to believe it, and his prayer collapses under appearances. That's why Neville says, shut the door of the senses before you pray. If you try to feel the wish fulfilled while staring at conditions that deny it, you intensify the feeling of lack. Whenever you say, I want this, but I can't, you reveal your state. Because Neville is blunt, you never attract what you want. You attract what you are conscious of being. Prayer, then, is the art of assuming the feeling of being and having what you desire, not fighting the senses, not arguing with conditions. Prayer is not the forcing of the wish. Prayer is yielding to it. When your feeling contradicts your wish, feeling wins every time. This is why real prayer must be effortless. Neville teaches that you must enter a passive state, a gentle, drifting relaxation. It's a state where the outer world loses its grip and the inner world becomes vivid. You're conscious, but you don't feel like moving. Your body becomes still. Your mind becomes quiet. You begin to sink inward. Neville suggests lying down or sitting comfortably with your head level. Close your eyes. Imagine you are getting sleepy. I am sleepy. So sleepy. So very sleepy. Soon your body feels heavy. Your desire to move fades, and passivity sets in. Now, in this state, prayer begins, not by asking, but by imagining the end. Imagine a single scene that could only be true if your wish were already fulfilled. Step into it, feel it, occupy it. If you don't concern yourself with how it happened, if you don't rehearse the steps, if you don't imagine the whole story, just the final result. Neville says that at deep levels of passivity, inner speech may sound external, almost like someone congratulating you. But that depth isn't required. What matters is the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Neville says, every desire is already yours in consciousness. You call it into visible form by imagining and feeling from the end. Once you accept the end, you become indifferent to failure. You've already seen the final act. Neville compares it to leaving a theater after watching the last scene of a play. You may not know the scenes in between, but you know how it ends. Neville gives an example of a woman estranged from her brother. Her prayers didn't work because she felt the separation even while praying. Neville told her, as long as you feel estranged, you are praying from separation. He gave her a new prayer, a scene. Imagine hearing her brother say, "It's so good to talk to you again." Feel the warmth of a relationship already restored. Not the apology, not the cause, just the result. She practiced this scene nightly, just before sleep. Within a week, her brother called and apologized. The relationship was healed. Neville didn't say she manifested the call. He said she entered the state of union, and the world conformed. Neville shares another example. A man unemployed for months. He prayed from desperation. "I need a job. I hope someone hires me." Neville told him, "You are praying from unemployment. You must pray from employment." He gave the man a tiny scene. His wife saying, "I'm so proud of you. Your first paycheck came today." Feel the weight of the envelope in your hand. Hear the pride in her voice. No applications, no interviews, just the end. The man practiced it nightly. In 10 days, a job appeared from someone he hadn't even contacted. Neville said he entered the state of employment and life rearranged itself. Prayer doesn't build the bridge. Prayer places you at the destination. Then life builds the bridge around you. The image you choose is not the power. The feeling is. Once you enter the state, circumstances lose authority. They may still appear unchanged, but inwardly, you've already crossed over. When the feeling of the wish fulfilled is natural, you are already living in the end. And once you live in the end, the subconscious accepts it. Neville calls prayer the soul's true motion, not words, but a shift in being. When prayer is real, something inside you becomes still. You feel a quiet certainty, not excitement, but knowing. It is done. No more checking, no more searching, no more asking when. Prayer is emotional arrival before physical evidence. And when the inner state is fixed, the outer world must follow. This is the heart of chapter 3, prayer. If you're ready to continue, move on to chapter 4. And if this teaching on prayer resonated with you, like this video, subscribe, and follow the full frequency chapters playlist.